wants to drive Monaco. F1 23, this track is so fun, but it's really not that nice on this game. I don't know why people just don't race anymore sometimes in this league. It's really annoying. But still, 10 people is better than we get 90% of this league's history where we get 4 people racing. Here we go. Private lots coming on formation lap. I've got absolutely... There we go. Alright, let's watch everything. So, it is Isaac on pole position from Yeatboy in second, Dervas in third, Dan in fourth, Lomas in fifth, the championship leader, looking to preserve his lead somehow from 5th place on the grid. It's going to be difficult with Isaac, the dominant driver who has won both of his first races in his career, on pole position. He's 4 places behind that. Then there is Saps in the second McLaren making his debut here today as a replacement for Dylan, who is uses 40. Then there's Graham Cracker 69, Tesla 9 in 8th place, Serial Pioneer and Crazy Griffin maybe driving for Rebel on the track, but he is a Ferrari driver and now we're giving him points for Ferrari. This also happened at Australia because for some reason drag never is available at the time the session starts, which is really weird. And for some reason it says 2 drivers have been disqualified from the race. But they've been disqualified from the race, not just from the... But that's weird. Why does it say disqualified on the graphic when it's not actually disqualified from the race? It's disqualified from the formation lap, but not from the race. That makes no sense. That's kind of awkward. That's so stupid. It shouldn't say that. It should just say, like, I don't know, nothing. I get the idea. But this is a race of attrition, so I think Eliza... I don't see how he'd crash this race. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't look like he'll need to push to win this race, so I don't think he has any reason to crash. If he does, it'll probably just be from boredom, if anything, from running out in front. But we'll see how much he wins by, if he does win. We have him on pole position. Yeatboy John in second place. Dervas in third. Dan in fourth in the McLaren. There's some context going into this race. Isaac is first in the championship with Yeatboy John behind by just 12 points, so it is very plausible that a swing around the championship could happen if Yeatboy can get ahead of Isaac early in this race and try and take off in the lead. But we'll have to see. It's going to be a tall order with a driver as fast as Isaac. We have a 39 lap race, 10 cars on the grid for the Monaco Grand Prix here. And Dan has jumped the start, which is not good. That's a long run to the lights, and lights out and away we go. Isaac gets a decent start. And contact behind us. Saps makes contact with Saps on to the first corner, but it is Elias that leads, and it looks like Dervas has gone into second place. And then it is Yeatboy John in third, who's lost a position, and we have a virtual safety car. Saps has a 10-second time penalty, and there's a massive collision behind. Graham Crackers seems to be pushed into the wall there a little bit. He's gone real slow down there. I'm not sure what happened, but Saps was involved. Big damage on Saps' car. Front wing completely missing. Very strange incidents here. Cars stopping in front. What is going on is Serial and Seshamon can't decide who's where, and we have a massive traffic jam here at the Casino Square section of the track. But it's Serial ahead of Seshamon. He's got 2 places as Serial. Graham Crackers has gone down 3 places, and I have no idea what's going on to his car. The Alpine doing strange things. And a legal overtake was given to someone. I think that was Serial. I don't know what's going on anymore. A very strange incident here at the start of the race, but the virtual safety car is out nevertheless, with Isaac still leading, and Dervas has jumped Yeatboy at the start, which is not what Yeatboy would have wanted, but that's perfect for Dervas, who's now run his car into second place for Mercedes, looking to make a turnaround the Constructors' Championship for Mercedes, currently 6th. On 3-second time penalty for corner cutting for Sejman now, who has got another penalty here in the session. Yeah, it's not worth the risk for Dan to take to see if the drive-through would work under the VSC. I know for a fact it doesn't, so that was a good idea. DRS is now enabled as the race restarts. Into turn 1 we go. So it is Dervas now right behind Isaac now going up towards Casino Square. Can he get close and stay with Isaac in the Aston Martin? It's looking pretty comfortable so far. Both cars just being careful on this VSC restart. But it is Isaac leading the race from half a second from Dervas in second place, then Yeatboy in third. It seems to drop back already as the cars are being very careful here on this opening lap of the restart. But it's going to require supreme consistency from these drivers to not crash in a 39 lap race here at Monaco. 2 cars in the pit lane, Saps and Sejman pitting already. Saps has gone down 4 places now. I think it's because he had to repair his front wing mainly. And we're going to have to look at the tyres now. So it is interesting strategies here today. I think that's a big reason why Yeboy didn't get the best start there, is because he was on a hard tyre with Dervas on the medium. He's jumped up into second place, and already Dervas is 1.7 seconds behind Eliasek on this first part of the lap. Lap 2, the first full lap of green flag racing we've had in this race is given to Eliasek, who has a penalty actually. I didn't see that until just now. He seems to drive better when he has a penalty for some reason. Because he did so at Kota, for example, when he absolutely demolished me. And then there is Dervas in second place, within penalty range though, so it's not all over for him, as Yeboy is right behind him. 2/10 the gap between the two of them as they head through Casino Square. Now heading down towards Mirabeau. Can Yeboy try and make a move down here? It'd be brave to try it. He doesn't try it. It's very close between those two. Saps is almost... What's going on here? Dan is in a battle now with Crazy Gruffman, but the closest, and he is now the closest battle track, as Yeboy has dropped back from Dervas. Yellow flags are out. Who is that? Is that Serial? Serial, it looks like there's damage on the front wing of his car. In the Sauber, yes, the front right wing is going completely destroyed on that kick Sauber. That's not what you want to see there for Sauber, who are coming into this race 5th in the Constructors' Championship, being massively benefited by Ethan this season. So, oh, contact, and Teshman is out. He has crashed out, and the full safety car is out of the race. I think he may have crashed on purpose because that's a very weird place to crash, but it wasn't Mirabeau. He's gone into the wall hard, and he's out of the race. And that brings out our first full safety car of the Grand Prix. Eliasek with a penalty to serve. Let's have a look at what it is on the race director, because I haven't seen what this penalty was. It was a drive-through penalty for the driver contending for the championship. I didn't realise he had a drive-through penalty for speeding on a VSC. This is anyone's game now. So the battle for the net race lead is between Dervas and Yeboy. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, it does that. It's annoying when it says it's ending and then it doesn't end for a while, and then it just, yeah. It'll say DRS enable, and then it wasn't actually the end of the VSC. It was weird. But that's unfortunate there for Eliasek, who seems to be messed up by the game there. Now leading the race on the track, but has to serve a drive-through on the next opportunity. Sejman has left the session. That is a shame for him, but he will still score a point because there's only 10 people racing today. He will have 17 points in the Drivers' Championship, which does not move him ahead of anyone, and which actually means that, if anything, he's probably going to lose positions to the drivers behind, such as Dervas, Crazy Gruffman, to name a few, and Graham Crackers, as well as Serial Pioneer. The drivers in this race who are behind him in the championship could very well jump him in this race, with all to play for still in this race. Eliasek's challenge to get his 3rd career race win in a row looks much more challenging now than it once did at the start of the race, when he didn't have that drive-through penalty. Dervas in 2nd, looking to get his 1st career win in only his 2nd race in the series for Mercedes. He is a reserve driver. I think it won't count because you're on the safety car. Yeah. Eliasek won't get the disqualified because it is... Eliasek is still in this to win this race. He has a very good chance of winning this race. Bunch of cars still yet to catch the safety car. Yeah. You got it on lap 2 on the VSC. Eliasek would need to serve his drive-through on the lap of the restart, not the lap just before where he's about to come out the final corner. I mean the lap once it comes in, so he can serve his penalty and he'll be okay then. He has a chance to chase down the pack, overtake everybody, which we'll definitely be watching because that has good racing written all over it. And we'll see if Eliasek can do a comeback similar to what I did in season 8 in this league, where I went from, I tried to do a last to first, failed because I did the wrong strategy. So, safety car going to come in soon. The only driver with the penalty, unfortunately, is Eliasek in 1st place. If you just... I just realised it's not stream, is it? Anyway, Eliasek is leading, Dervas in 2nd, Yeboy in 3rd, the ever-consistent V-Carbs, as ever, in 3rd and 4th place on the track. And now, the VSC... Oh, collision in the back! Big contact, Saps involved, and so too was Graham Crackers, and I think Dan has also got damage too. That's disaster on the restart. Another stack up. Very similar to Las Vegas because there's always a massive stack up accident. And another crash. As I think that was a low mouse and Yeet Boy. Oh, more contact behind. This is disaster for the field as Eliza slowed down and no one seems to be expecting this as cars collide behind. So this is not Elizac's fault. This is not Elizac's fault. This is an incident that's been caused by the... As Eliza comes in, will that service penalty is the question. Oh, he's pitting again! And he still has a service penalty. So that means Eliza is now his race even worse. And that means Dervas takes the lead of the Grand Prix with Alomas in second, the championship leader, who seems to have an impossible task to get ahead of Eliza. It's now back into contention to preserve his championship lead. What an incredible season this is turning into. Alomas could genuinely, through pure consistency, without having won a single race this season, still be the championship leader and still be a champion this season, in his first season of NPL in season 10. For real, this is incredible performance here from Alomas this season. He's second on the track and he has actually got a chance to take the lead away from Dervas, who, as of last race, seemed to be the best of the rest. And in fact, Alomas is slowly closing in on Dervas and the Mercedes. Almost within a second lap previous lap, but it is very close between the top 6-7 cars now. Crazy Griffin has dropped off just a little bit from Grand Crappers in 6th place. But it is Dervas leading the race and only 5/10 behind is Alomas. Excuse me, Alomas in second. I just burped everywhere. Anyway. Oh, we almost crashed. Did he there? That was just lag. Never mind. Alomas in second place, and Eliza has all the work to do. He needs another safety car, and I don't doubt that there will be one. Saps also had to come in for a new front wing. Has anyone else? Oh, collision in the back. Crown Crackers and Cyril Pioneer make contact once again. Oh, and crashing on the. Oh, never mind. That was just the lag again. I really hate this lag, man. It makes things look more deceiving. Into the pit they come Cyril. That's such an unfortunate day he's having again. Just never seems to have luck on his side this season. And Graham Crackers also has damage, I believe. You know, he didn't hit the wall, don't worry, it wasn't anyone else's fault. Graham Crackers, though, making contact, it looked like, at least, from what I could see, with Cyril Pioneer. Oh, okay, it was just a stack-up effect then, it must have been when he hit the wall, and then Graham Crackers up to a big tick avoiding action from Cyril when he hit the wall there, going through Raskas. As we look at the cars going through Portier, we're on board with Dan now, who's looking to pull away from Grand Crackers behind and close in on this battle for second, which is absolutely the closest battle on track besides the battle for 5th place between Crazy Gruffman and Grand Crackers. Crazy Gruffman, who has started this race down in 10th place and last, is already up to 6th place. Great race for him. Dervas, who started in 3rd, jumped into 2nd at the start, and then is now in leading the race. And the battle for the 2nd place on the track is heating up here between the two V cars, who always seem to be inseparable in these races. The two drivers who are still actually contending for the championship here. Remember, 12 points the difference between Alomas and Yeet Boy going into this race. It's all to play for still in this championship. Only race 5 of 14 this season. And Elizac has all the work to do. He has served his drive through there and he's already 2 seconds behind Serial on the hard tyre, looking to go long in this race. I reckon he can get to the end on those tyres. And crucially, the cars in front do still need to pit. Dan pitting. And will he come out ahead of his teammate is the question. I think it might be close. It's actually closer than I thought it would be. No, it's not going to be close, never mind. Saps gets ahead of his teammate into 6th place on debut. Very nice performance from him. Alomas has dropped down 2.5 seconds from his teammate. What on earth happened there? Oh, he has damage. Alomas has damage. Wait a second. That means he's been overtaken and he has damage as well. So Yibo must have tried to make a move there on his teammate. And I'm not sure what's happened there, but there's been an incident between those two, it looks like. But Alomas, the championship leader, down to 3rd place on the track, with Elizac ever fast, closing in on the leaders now, despite his drive-through penalty and the pit stop he had on the restart. What a crazy race this is here at Monaco today. This pace for Elizac is blistering. It's face-melting pace as he goes through Portier right behind Serial, trying to get through the traffic, to get back into contention and leading in this race, and to take the lead of the championship away from Alomas, who is currently 3rd place, and has to pit again. Elizac does not have to pit again, and it would be a difficult strategy to pull off, but I reckon it's possible. Given the pace he's had all weekend. Dan wants to swap position with his teammate, but in my opinion, if you're faster, just get past yourself, because it's kind of selfish to ask for team orders in a race. Oh yeah, flags, and that's Elizac getting hit into the wall. Is Serial after trying to be overtaken by Elizac at Raskas. I don't know what happened there, but I saw the yellow flags come out immediately after that happened, and Graham Crackers pitting, comes out behind Elizac. Another place game for Elizac now into 7th place. Now he sets his sights for Dan, who's only 3.2 seconds up the road. I should say that Saps has been overtaken by his teammate. and now is looking to pull away is Dan on the 1 lap fresh, on not old medium tyres. All to play for in this race here at Monaco. But it is Dervas leading from Yeet Boy John now in second place in the V Cup, looking to gain some time. He's half a second down his best lap, but he is sort of keeping that gap pretty consistent here to Dervas in first place. So if anything, is pulling away in first place in the Mercedes. Mercedes do not have this kind of pace in real life, but the car seems to have come alive here on equal performance in the hands of Dervas 11, who is currently going through turn 1. Your boy John in second place. Alomas 4.7 seconds behind with damage to the front wing. The championship leader in big trouble here. This is a crazy race here at Monaco so far. Only lap 10 of 39. We've already seen plenty of accidents, plenty of drama in the championship fight and also on the track in general. As you can see, Crazy Griffin in fourth place now for Red Bull, doing a great job. As already Eliza has closed the gap to just 1 second behind Saps. What incredible pace Eliza has here in this league. Absolutely the fastest driver this league has ever seen, along with me and also Tyson, also Wes, who are also some drivers who have very good pace, and also Casper, who if he was driving this season would actually be up there with Eliza. It's a shame he doesn't race anymore because I've seen his laps on time trial. He is blisteringly fast. But anyway, Eliza chasing down Saps for 6th place in the McLaren versus the Aston Martin, also Mercedes engine car, with Eliza YT looking to get past 2.5 cents down on his previous best first sector. Will he make a move here into the lowest hairpin? I don't think it would be wise. I think its best course would be to make a move into the Nouvelle chicane coming out of the tunnel. Oh, meanwhile, the battle for the leaders on between Dervas and Yuboy John, who's closed the gap in massively that previous lap. It looks like the battle for the leaders is very much on here today. But we're going to look at this move for Isaac, heading through the tunnel, using all the battery. Will he make a move on Saps? He goes for it. Doesn't seem to be close enough, and he has to cut the chicane. Almost made contact with the rear wing of the car. Doesn't manage to do so. And Isaac is stuck behind here in 7th place on the track. The problem with Monaco is the traffic is so difficult to navigate through when you are, even when you are so much faster. Dan is closing in absolutely rapidly on Crazy Gruffman in 4th place, who does not seem to have the pace here today. And it's a shame for Limas as we look at the battle for the lead now. The closest battle on track between Dervas and Yeboy John in 2nd place. The gap is just 0.6 of a second heading through Portier. Can he make a move into this next section of the lap? He's right behind him. The gap is just 0.4 now. Make that 3. He's using hot lap, trying to close in on Dervas in 1st place. This is the battle for the race lead on track. It could end up being different with the strategy playing out. And has Dan made a mistake, as he says, I swear on the radio, Isaac has overtaken Saps. Isaac has been overtaken, but Dan is good at defending. You mustn't underestimate himself here. It's difficult to overtake at this track, even for Isaac, who is struggling to get through the traffic here. He tried to make a move earlier in the lap on Saps. Unfortunately, did not do so, but he did manage to make the move stick there. It looked like into Mirabeau, or just beforehand I think it was, in the Casino Square, just going up the hill. Isaac in 6th place now, already 1.4 seconds ahead. On my screen he just drove straight into the wall there at the bay. Oh, yeah, he flags right as Graham Crackers has spun. He's done a classic move, the virtual safety car for some reason. Oh, it's versus front wing, that's why. Big damage there on the Alpine car, heading through the Nouvelle chicane. And he heads through again, hits the wall again. More damage now on the car. That might be a safety car. There's several bits of debris on the track, and that's really good for Isaac, who needs this full safety car. However, it has not come out yet. I don't think it will actually, unless another crash happens under the VSC. Nobody speed. Oh, and Saps is retired. In the final corner, he's crashed out of the race, I think he did. Disaster for McLaren. And Saps on debut crashes out, much like Sander did earlier this season, in his first race of the season. That could be a full safety car. No, it's not. It's still a VSC. Oh no, it is a full safety car. It's the graphic breaking. The graphic is broken on my screen. Graham Crackers pits for soft tyres. That's a good move, but also not on the white. Actually, that's a terrible idea. What is he doing? Soft tyres for Graham Crackers on lap 11? Not at 12? That's unfortunate. I think that was an accident then. Devastate. I think Dan should pit right now. Would be a good idea. If he has hards to use at least. Yeah, but they're still going to be pretty new. Like a few laps old. You got to the end on those tires comfortably, though, is the thing. Anyway, I should be helping drivers, what we're doing. Dervas pits. Yeetboy has also pitted off of medium tyres, crucially though, which are going to be faster, but with less tyre life than the hard tyre car in front. Lomas in 3rd, changing his front wing. Can he come out ahead of a Crazy Gruff Man? He does not. And he comes up behind the Red Bull. He's now 4th on the track in the V-Carb, the championship leader. Now Dan is coming into the pit lane. Does Isaac stay out? Yes, he does. This is crucial for his race. He's going to come out ahead of Dan which is exactly what he needed this race. Despite being on older tyres, he should have better pace than Dan on those hards. But towards the end of the race, we could see a bit of a pendulum effect with Dan having the tyres swing in his favour. Dan is pitting for mediums again, and that means he's not going to have any more fresh sets of mediums, I don't think, to use for the rest of the race. He has to... It isn't 0, Dan, trust me. It feels like 0, but it is a lot. It's just the wheel spin that gets worse, but because it's a track where you can kind of manage it because of the nature of the track anyway, it's going to be pretty tough to do much on this track. Regardless, we have a safety car for the second time here today. Of course, we had a VSC to start the race, another safety car then came out, then another VSC, and then the full safety car came out when Saps crashed at the final corner of the track. Very unlucky stuff there for Saps on debut. He will still score 2 points today, thankfully for him, on debut, and that is wonderful news for the McLaren driver, replacing Dylan for this race, who is currently 5th in the standings. Devas, though, in the perfect position to win this race. On fresh hard tyres, he can go to the end on those. He's going to have to defend from Alezic towards the end of the race, I reckon. But it's not impossible. But he also has to defend from Yeetboy on the mediums, which is a very crucial thing in this race. Oh! That was scary. On my screen for a second, it looked like Crazy Gruffman just drove straight into the back of Yeetboy John in second, but he did not. But it is Alezic in 5th place, chasing down his title rival right in front of him. This is for the championship lead on the restart. A Limhouse on fresh mediums versus hards, on 8-lap-old hards for Alezic, looking to change the complexion of this race. This is a fascinating race, strategy-wise, because you have Devas in first. Little to nowhere. They just stopped at the Lowe's hairpin. Alezic stopped there in front of Dan. No, I didn't see anyone else stop on track, but it was just Alezic, and then Dan had to stop and say the graham crackers, but that was very strange. The limo slowed down. I think everyone just stacked up at the hairpin, not expecting to slow down so much. Dan, you know he's just gonna get a switchback and get past you again, yeah, you know that. Or he'll do nothing. I think you're not making a move on him. There's no chance. Cyril having to push her to catch back up to the pack in front. He hasn't got any damage yet though, so that's good. One more lap on the safety car, it looks like, for the drivers here today at Monaco. Drivers complaining of low tyre temperatures. It's something I haven't really talked about much this season. We saw a little bit at Las Vegas with the safety car time there was, but in this race, so actually it was surface early that race because I made an issue with the settings, but in this race, surface and carcass at Monaco is not a good combination when you have so many safety cars coming out. It's like I think we could see several safety cars here today. I'd say up to around about 4, I'd say, is my prediction, but so far we have had 2. The record I think is 4. We've also had red flags. No, it's not 3. We've had more than 3 safety cars. That wasn't a record though. Dakota. That was the most for this season, but not all time. We've had more safety cars than that. They're real. My favorite race in this league ever was probably like, I don't know what it is about Austria Season 3 that was such a good race. Even though it was like only 18 laps, it was so cool. Oh, things are happening. I don't know what happened to Yeetboy there, but it said he lost the place and then gained it back on Crazy Gruffman. But safety car isn't this lap. There we go. Now, before we restart, please don't do what happened at Las Vegas. Please don't crash on the restart, and please don't break graphic. So far, so good for the restart. Dervas looking to pull away on his fresh hards. You can go to the end on these tyres. Around the final corner. 25 laps to go. We'll make it 24 when we cross the line. Dervas leads in the Mercedes, looking to get his first career victory. Looking on course to do so far. And Dan looks really close to Elizik actually into turn 1. Does he make a move? No, he doesn't. But he's looking to make one. Well, let's see where. Just looking to make one. Anyway. And of course, as expected, the medium tyres working wonders here for your boy John, who's looking to close in on this race lead of Dervas. Can he make a move to Lewis hairpin? He's very close, but he can't quite get there. Behind Dan is struggling to stay close to Elizik, who's now right behind Alomas in 4th place. Who is this? Oh, Alomas, no! The championship leader has gone wide or something. And Cyril has also lost time there in 8th place. And Alomas, who was in 4th, has gone down to 6th because of an issue he had at the Lewis hairpin. I think it was Eliza trying to make a move on him or something. I don't know what happened. Did anyone see what happened? I did not see because I was looking at the lead battle. Oh, that is a massive shame for the championship leader Alomas. As of right now, Eliza would take the championship lead. Oh, and there's a massive stack up here. There's battles everywhere. Eliza goes wide, and there's contact with Alomas. They go, they go. The championship contenders have crashed on the main straight. Eliza has crashed with Alomas on the main straight, costing the place to Graham Crackers. Unbelievable scenes here. Alomas down the inside. Contact. That was his fault. That's a penalty for Eliza for sure, who just pushed Graham Crackers straight into the wall. And Alomas was involved as well. And the safety car comes out for the 3rd time today. Ye-boy could make the move, and Eliza has definitely gotten a penalty for that. That was undisputably a penalty for Eliza. He literally just dive bombed Graham Crackers and pushed him into the wall. That was 100% Elizic's fault. That's a 10-second penalty easily. Yes, he's out of the race. He got hit by Lomas and he's out of the race. 10 seconds for the race for Elizic. And that was very funny, but that was a penalty for Elizic. I don't think that was on purpose, but it did look like a stupid move, I can't lie. We're trying to haggle with us right now. You know what? I'll look. There have been people this season who got given a drive-through penalty unfairly, like Ethan at Las Vegas, for example, and they had their penalty kept. So I think a penalty is still in order in this situation. We need to keep the rules consistent. That's all we're gonna do is keep the rules consistent. That's the best we can do in this league. So sadly, I will just give that penalty to you. I think that's fair enough. Because that was straight up just you crashing him into the wall, bro. But don't worry, you have the pace to win the race anyway, so we'll see how it goes. If anything, we're just making the race more interesting by doing this. Lap 18. I just not know what lap it is. So currently Dervas leads on hard tyres. They can go to the end. Oh, Elizic also didn't. Elizic having an awful 3rd race of his career here. 3rd time's the charm when it comes to bad luck. And Graham Crackers has left the session after crashing out. Fair enough. He will score 4 points for Alpine today, which is more than he scored all season so far. He's matched. Well, he's just doubled his points tally after the last race, where he got 4 points in that race too. Graham Crackers in the Alpine, having a pretty up and down season so far in his first few races. But Dervas is leading this race now and looks to gain huge inroads on the championships contenders in front. After his first race last time out in Kota, where he scored a handsome 4th place, he is now leading the race for Mercedes and looks to be the favourite to win as of right now. E-Boy in 2nd. Lap 18 with 3 safety cars. Oh, Crazy Gruffman has crashed into the wall at Raskas. What on earth happened there? And Elizic pits to change his front wing. And Dan moves up to 3rd because of that. Which means Dan now is in contention to win his 2nd Monaco Grand Prix in 2 races at this track. And there is Elizic pitting now. And returning to the track. Yeah, it will be in this lap. It will be in this lap. No, that you said graham crackers is not Isaac. Yeah, that incident with the Lomas and Isaac was a racing incident, or maybe it was just a. I don't even know what to say about that. That was a stupid crash. That was a weird crash. Eliza got literally hooked across the Lomas' nose because the way the track wall curves around. Yeah, that wasn't your fault. Eliza, yeah, as we saw in the when we saw it live, I think what I could see, Crazy Gruffman went a bit deep into the final corner. Eliza tries to make a move. A low mouse came up his inside, and because of the nature of the track being a big long turn on the main straight, or well, straight in quotation marks, it basically just caused the accident there for Eliza and a low mouse, the two championship leaders, first and second in the standings, making contact on the main straight here. Causing this safety car shortly afterwards was Eliza, who crashed into graham crackers, who then got hit by a low mouse and broke his wheel, taking him out of the race early on. That was the only crash I've actually seen besides the other crash for Eliza. Dervas slowing down because he can't go any faster, I assume, and he's going for it now. What an incredible restart that is for Dervas. He slowed down to get a good restart, and he does indeed get a good restart. Down the main straight he goes in the Mercedes. Second is Heat Boy, third is Dan. Then it is Crazy Gruffman in fourth place, Cyril in fifth. Then it's Alone Master Championship leader in sixth, and Eliza in seventh. Let's see how this goes now on the restart. Heat Boy, look, deploying the battery. It looks like no, he's not. He's just going to keep it on medium, staying patient here, trying to get past Dervas, who is on the hard tyre, which does not degrade much, but it is a much slower tyre. As you can see, get a good exit there. Alpha Casino Square going into Mirabeau. Doesn't make a move. Looking at Cyril now. Will he make a move on Crazy Gruffman? No. We should keep an eye on this because every time I see Crazy Gruffman, he's going very slowly. Oh, Cyril crashes out, and he's in the wall. Elimas is involved, and that means he's ghosted, and that puts Eliza ahead of him. That's unfortunate. No safety car for that. It was on the restart. Cyril, unfortunately, crashes into the wall. Yeah. Battle for the lead is brewing up here between the top three. All three of the top three cars are in contention to win this race. Dan it is, right behind you boy, and Dervas in the lead. And Alomas has massive damage on his V-Carb, the championship leader, now behind his championship rival of Elizic in 5th place. And that is very unfortunate for him. Elizic doesn't have any damage actually, and DRS has now been enabled, which is perfect for Yeepoy John, who looks to be in perfect position to make a move here. He's on hot lap on his ERS mode. Cyril goes ahead of Alomas, who pits for a new front wing. Cyril's just trying to thug it out there with his broken front wing there. In 6th place now for Kick Sabo, which would be his best result so far this season, of course. Battle for the lead though intensifying with 3 cars but under a blanket right now, and Lysak is closing in on Crazy Gruffman for 4th place on the track in the Red Bull, and is still in contention to win this race with just about, I think it's 18 laps to go. So it is, or 19 laps to go, no, 18 and a half let's say. Dervas it is though, with all to do. Dan is using ERS trying to keep up with these two in the front of the field, who look very fast here today. Good line there from Yeet Boy. Crazy Gruffman must defend for his life, like it's the championship on the line, because he's got Eliza behind. Oh yeah, flags are out. Why is that? Oh, it's because Alo Mouse has crashed again. I think that happened. Oh, and Dervas backing up, almost made contact with Yeet Boy. They're going out the final corner. They were so close. Inseparable on the track, these two. They were battling in Coattail. They're battling once again for the lead this time. Oh, great exit out into turn 1. And Eliza goes into 4th place ahead of Crazy Gruffman into the first corner. Great move from him. And that means Eliza is now going to chase down the leaders who are being held up by Dervas now. Side by side going to Mirabeau. Can he make the move on the outside of the track? He does not, and it's still so close between the top 2 cars on the track, top 3 even, and this is really slowing them down and giving Eliza a massive opportunity to get in this lead fight. What a race this is here at Monaco today. The best race I've ever seen at Monaco, and Dervas is leading the race. Yeepoy in second though, coming out the tunnel, has a massive run. Can he make it? No, he doesn't. He's losing time now in the tunnel. He should use more of his battery, I think, and more strategic places. I think he has a great exit off the chicane usually. There he goes. No, he can't get there, and it's so close between the top 3. They're Rishi nose to tail every single corner. Contact, and Dervas, did he hit the wall? It was. Turbos broke his front wing on the wall. The driver who was looking to win the race in his second Grand Prix is now in the barrier, and he has lost some of his front wing, and now it is Yeetboy who has the advantage. He has no downforce, and he pits out the lead, and that means Yeetboy now takes the lead for V-Carb. The driver fourth in the standings for V-Carb. Dan in second place now, and Isaac is chasing them down, hounding them down the Aston Martin here in third place. What a race! And Yeetboy is now going to have to defend from Dan. Dan has to defend for both of them there, both their races, from Isaac in third place. Yeetboy, now he's been unleashed to pull away. Now it looks like Yeetboy's race to lose. With Isaac now chasing both of them down. This is incredible racing here at Monaco. And still, there could be another safety car because you've had 3 already in the span of 18 laps. So, lap 23 of 39. 17 laps to go in this race. All to play for still. Alomos down the main straight. All by himself, the championship leader, looking to make some inroads on the leaders in front. Dervas comes back on the track, and he still has damage. He didn't repair his front wing, and he's pitted for no reason. He just gave it the lead of the race for no reason at all. But he is now on the medium tyres, so it is looking to be more of an upward trajectory for him. Dan is being closed in on now by Isaac. Crazy Gruffman running in a healthy 4th place here, looking to get his best result of the season. Isaac, though, in 3rd place, looks absolutely the fastest car on track right now, as he often is. Going into 2nd place is very much his target right now, and also winning the race is the next one. But Dan is looking quite off the pace here from Yeetboy in front, and especially from Isaac behind. There's a crash again. Cyril's in the wall at Raskas. Is that going to be a safety car? He's lost some of his front wing, and he's fine. Dervas is now closing in on him massively because of that accident. Oh no, please don't do that. Oh please, thank you. Almost like that at the server there, as Isaac is battling with Dan. And is looking to take second away. Dan could hold him up a bit here and make sure Yeetboy gets the win, but that would be a bit of a strange thing to do because Dan is looking to get some good points himself. Let's see how this goes here, as Isaac on full battery versus Dan is heading into this corner here. He didn't make a move. Yellow flags again, as Cyril once again has crashed now, this time at the Lowe's hairpin. Once for the 3rd time this race, he has crashed on that corner. Yeetboy John, meanwhile, pulling away in the lead for the V-Carb team, as Aston Martin of Isaac hits the back of him. He hit Dan. Remember, Isaac starts a 10-second penalty, so he needs to pull away from these cars once he's overtaken them. I think he just braked early, bro. You have to account for the car in front of you being slower if they are slower. And yet again, Cyril crashes at Raskas. He literally just can't turn because the car has no front wing. That's just unfortunate. He pits finally. The Saba has no downforce and therefore can't turn around Raskas or around the Lowe's hairpin because the car doesn't have a steering angle. Meanwhile, Yeetboy is leading by a healthy 4-second margin here. He looks to be the favourite to win this race as of right now. Isaac, though, chasing down Dan for second in this heated battle for second place. Already some controversy as he hit the back of Dan going into Raskas. Will the same happen again this lap? Using the battery hard is Isaac. Now as he drives in, does think about a move into Nero chicane, does not make it. But he's still all over the back of Dan. He's struggling for grip here as looks like Yeetboy's lost some time. Has he got damage? Has he hit the wall or something? No, he hasn't. He seems pretty good. He's got no damage on the car. Isaac is just chasing down Dan once again. The only battle on the track as of right now. Such a close race here between these guys. Well, all this is happening actually. Dervas is closing in massively on Crazy Gruffman on the fresh mediums that he's using. As you'd expect, yellow flags again. This time it's Crazy Gruffman, and that's going to help him a lot. Dervas should actually get past him now. Oh, he almost got stopped behind him. He had to almost drive into the wall to get past Crazy Gruffman, who has stopped moving in the final corner, and he's going into the pit lane. Meanwhile, Isaac is all over the back of Dan, now going to Mirabeau. On lap 26 with 14 laps to go. Can he make a move? No, he doesn't. Dan looks up as inside front, as what I could see, but probably not, because I think he has... Yeah, Dan locking up a lot as he gets rear-ended a little bit there by Isaac on my screen at least. As Cyril on the soft tyre is in 7th place, and Crazy Gruffman now comes up behind the low mouse but on fresh soft, so he could get fastest lap at least. Small consolation, that'll give him an extra point in this league's rules. 4 seconds the gap between first and second. This is giving shades of Silverstone with Isaac when he was leading, when Dylan and Tice were battling for second, which costed them time ultimately losing ties to the race. Hounding us, literally pushing him around the corners is Eliza because he's so much faster than that Aston Martin. But this is a fascinating battle for second. Dan is defending for his life right here. Endless concentration from him. And he looks really pretty quick here actually. Quick enough at least to defend from Eliza behind. Very interesting race here. As Eliza now still behind Dan, who is just being hounded. Chased down. Oh, contact hit the inside wall with the rear right tyre. That did cost him some time, but it didn't cost him the place. Crucially for him, as that did cost him time to E-Boy in front, who's now 4.4 seconds up the road. Groundcrackers has joined. I think he wants to spectate or something. He also joined the voice chat, so welcome back, Groundcrackers. As E-Boy John is leading from Dan in second and Eliza in third. So all to play for in this race. E-Boy John, who is currently fourth in the standings with a very healthy points haul coming in today, might actually get ahead of his teammate in the championship because of this. He would. He'd be ahead of him by 3 points because E-Boy, of course, is only 12 points behind his teammate and is currently 15 points ahead of him on the track in terms of points that he'd be getting for finishing first with his teammate in 5th place. So, actually, yeah, I think so because let me think about this. Isaac, but that still means 2 points the difference, so 2 points a lead for the U-Boy as of right now. Crazy. U-Boy, out of nowhere, is actually the current championship leader, and it's very plausible that you could see that. And given that he has a 10-second penalty, actually, Isaac may actually still not finish ahead of both of these cars in front, so it's all to play for. Isaac giving me Brett vibes this race. Very fast, but also sort of his own worst enemy in the sense he does get involved in incidents. But any season in the last 3 seasons, I'd say, Dan. I've gotten a penalty at Zandvoort in 3 of the last 4 races, though. I just realised. Oh, a penalty for Eliza now as he gets a penalty for track limits. And that's another penalty stats on top of what he already had. Eliza, once again, like in Kota, got a penalty for track limits. He's pushing down around the corners. He needs to get past very soon. He hits the back of him and he hits the wall as well. That's going to cost him even more time in his pursuit of second. Eliza getting frustrated, looks like behind Dan in second place. All the top 3 are on the same tyre life. Dervas looking to close in on third place because he's on fresher tyres, fresher mediums. Oh, he goes to remove. He almost made it. Contact in Massenet. He's going to get a run out of Mirabeau. Can he make a move down the inside? He's going to go for the move down the inside. He goes. He does make the move. What a move there from Eliza. Is Dan still going to be? Yes, he is. Contact into the wall. They're side by side until those happen. And Dan does what happened in F2. And we'll investigate that after the race because that was hard to judge, honestly. I think Dan should have backed out, to be honest. But that was very close contact between the two of them. Yeah, Dan will be fine. Only issue is Dervas behind. But now, yeah, flags. Crash. It's Crazy Gruffman, turn 1. Has he broken his front wing? No, he has no damage on his car, but he lost 2 places because of that. He lost a place to Cyril Pioneer and to Olympus in 5th. So, unfortunate for him. Also, no, he lost a place to Cyril. What we're talking about. Olympus was already ahead of him. Meanwhile, though, Cyril's actually right behind Olympus now for 5th place. So the championship leader having an awful race today. Dan is staying with Elias surprisingly, and he has DRS going into turn 1. Elias got a 13-second time penalty. Has so much work to do to get the lead of this race from E-Boy. And E-Boy looking to get his first career victory in his 5th career race in the NPL. What a career he's had so far. Currently 4th in the standings, but as of right now, he would be the net championship leader. So, all to play for today. What a race this has been. And it's still far from over. We can still see a safety car or something spring up. Fastest. Oh, I can hear someone's radio saying they have front wing damage, probably down or something. So looking at the fastest lap info, it is Lezik who has the fastest lap with a 1 minute 11.4 from second Cyril actually on the soft tyres who has a 1 minute 11.9. Then we have E-Boy in first with 112.6, then Dan with a 112.8, Then we have the 113.1 for Dervas. Then it's a 113.3 for Crazy Golfman, 113.5 for Alone Mouse, who else had no pace today. And then Cyril is the slowest car on track in terms of fastest lap pace with a 113. Oh, what am I talking about? No, I read it wrong. Yeah, that is the slowest car on track currently is Alone Mouse, which is interesting given the championship leader. Says a lot actually. He's just been all about consistency this season. But it's far from over this race. The battle for the lead rages on. Look at the way things are. Oh, Cyril is battling for 5th place with Alone Mouse. I didn't see this until just now, but the soft tire is doing wonders for Cyril now as he goes through the swimming pool chicane. Oh, I'm so stupid. That's what I had to do. I had to press triangle. Oh, Crazy Golfman pits. He's pitting for new softs. I think he just needed more tires. Cyril's lost time to Alone Mouse in the battle for 5th. This race is starting to cool down a little bit, but that doesn't mean it's over because Cyril is all over the back of Alone Mouse. Let's look at the positions gained and lost today. Boy started 2nd, he's got up to 1st. Leslie started 1st, got down to 2nd. Dan has gone up from 4th to 3rd. Dervas has gone from 3rd to 4th, so it seems the top 2 and 3rd to 4th place have swapped places. Then Alone Mouse has stayed where he started. Cyril has got up 3 places from 9th after getting a crash in qualifying. Will they get him down to 9th on the grid for the race? Crazy Golfman also started last because he didn't do anything in qualifying. He is now in 7th on this rack. Crackers went down a place because he's out of the race, down 3 for Seps because he retired on debut. That's a shame for him for McLaren as well. And then Socialmon retired very soon in the race today after crashing out. But Eliza chasing down the lead. It is still, believe it or not, possible for him to win this race given the place we've seen him have. If he takes the lead, you know he's not going to look back. A safety car would do him wonders here. But you still have a massive penalty. A huge penalty. And indeed it is an outstanding penalty. Yeah, real. That would be pretty cool to do that. I wish I could do that, but I can't. As Eliza on board, they may as well be because he's the only car that's making any inroads in the cars around him. Australia has actually dropped off Alone Mouse now, unfortunately. He doesn't seem to quite have the pace. The soft tyres just degrade a little bit too quickly compared to the mediums, and he's just not closing in on Alone Mouse in front. Oh! Alone Mouse has lost the place to Cyril. I think he made a mistake. I think he lost the place to Cyril because he made a mistake there, but he is faster. He's on 23 lap old hards! How did I not notice that? Alone Mouse is on 23 lap old hard tyres and he was still faster than Cyril on the 7 lap old softs. That's crazy. Alone Mouse has really good pace. And I think that explains his slow pace actually this race because he's on really slow tyres. So don't discount Alone Mouse in this race. He's very quick. But he's down 6th. That means he's going to lose even more ground on the championship rivals around him. What a shame for him in the championship. Oh, and a crash there for Cyril, and that gives the place back to Alone Mouse now. And back into 5th place goes Alone Mouse in the V-Carb. So Cyril and Alone Mouse keep making mistakes and go back and forth. Oh, Dan is out. Dan crashes out, and that could be a safety car. From 3rd place on the track, and that is no points for McLaren, really. Big accident for Dan. And Dan is out of the race with 6 laps to go. Leaf Fight isn't coming here. Dan is out of the race. Does he? Oh, he does. Yeah, you're right. Both front wing so front right wing end plate is broken on Elizac's car. Is there any damage on Boy actually? There is not visibly. So it's really interesting. But Dan is out. Penalty for Cyril. Yeah. Crazy grip on the next one to go by. Dan once again choking here on the NPL, unfortunately. Hey man, look, I crashed out the final corner on the final lap at Abu Dhabi in season 9 and you won the race. So see that as your payback for that. Anyway, Boy leading the race, having to defend from the almost infinitely pacey Eliza in 2nd place. Oh, he almost spun out. Very close to spinning into the wall there from Isaac, who got on the power a little bit too naive there, coming out the final corner with 5 laps to go. Yes, 5 laps to pull a 13-second gap after overtaking him. Yellow flags for Crazy Gruffman. He crashes completely into the wall. Is that going to be a safety car? He's out! He crashed head on into the wall, and there's another contact there as Dervas hits him as he's trying to lap him. Is that a safety car? Is that going to be... No safety car. The game has given up on safety cars. That is honestly fair enough. And as it stands, Yeeboy is absolutely going to win this race with 5 laps to go. Dervas had to pit because he hit the back of his car. That means Lomas, who's too far behind to do anything anyway, is going to have to try and close in on him, but he has fresh stuff, and that means Dervas will probably get the fastest lap as well. Crazy scenes here at Monaco. Oh! Serial just smashed into the wall again. He has got so much damage on that Sauber. The car is a mess, as he has almost lost his entire front wing in the Sauber there. And again, Eliza goes in DRS range, going through the swimming pool section. Can Eliza get the move on Yeeboy John in first place? What a race, man. We've seen 5 retirements, the most of any race this season. And with 5 cars left. That was me. Oh, not really, but Eliza is running out of tyres here. Despite having fresher tyres than the Yeeboy, he's actually struggling more for grip. Just because he's been in the dirty air for longer than Yeeboy has. He's been clean air in front, not having to push anywhere near as much. So this is really good for Yeeboy's race. But Eliza still has more pace over Yeeboy in the middle sector and the first sector. So it looks like on the sections of the track where medium speed corners seem to be the sort of main attribute, it looks like Eliza is faster. But on the crucial low speed corners where traction, it makes all the difference. It looks like Yeeboy has him covered. It looks like even without the penalties, Eliza wouldn't have won this race. But with penalties, he would still finish second. So Eliza will take the championship. Well, he'll get ahead of Eliza in the championship, but Yeeboy may actually take the championship lead here. But given that Eliza is second, I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. We'll have to see. But I think I've done the calculation. I think that Eliza would still be the championship leader after this race. Oh, Yeeboy made a mistake. He's lost a load of time there through the second part of the swimming pool chicane. And big lock up there for Eliza going into the hairpin of Raskas, and he does lose half a second. Well, if Yeeboy crashes out, you know what happens. So anything can happen. We've seen it happen. Dan crashed out just now. Crazy Gruffman crashed, and so too. There was contact as well for Crazy Gruffman, and so too for Dervas, who is now doing very well for himself. Is he going to get fastest lap very soon? I hope he does, for his sake. If he is going to get it this lap, it will be this lap. Let's watch him as he comes through the swimming pool section. He is 1.1 seconds, so I think this is going to be the fastest lap for Dervas. I'm going to watch his onboard here. As he comes through Raskas. And then into Anthony Noakes. What's it going to be? Oh yeah, flags for Serial once again at the hairpin. It's horrible race for Serial, unfortunately. Very good lap. 1 minute 11.2. Oh, Eliza pits. He's given up on the win, and that means he's. Eliza wants that fastest lap. Because of the 30-second penalty, though, we'll have to see how Dervas. I don't think he'll be a problem in this race. So the top 3 separated by just 2 points. Remember who got pole down? Extra point for pole. Unbelievable. This race has been incredibly chaotic from start to finish, as you can see, but Elizik with the soft tyres should make quick work of this fastest lap attempt. As we come on to the final lap now, Yeet Boy John, in his 5th start, in his first season for NPL, has driven every race this season, has been with his teammate Lomas all season long, hasn't quite had the luck though. He crashed out of 2nd place at Australia, and he did not look like he was going to get that close to getting a win again, or getting onto that position on the podium. But, here at Monaco, in incredible scenes, against all odds, as you may say, because Elizik has been the favourite to win this race all throughout the race weekend. Yeet Boy John is leading the race on the 26 lap all medium tyres. I don't know how he's done that stint, that's very impressive from him. And he's also managed to fend off the charge from Elizik towards the end of the race, who has front wing damage and is going for the fastest lap despite that. But heading through Portier, it looks like Yeet Boy John in the V-Carb is going to get his first career win. And Yeet Boy John just doing anything to get through this final sector without crashing, because as he knows, as he comes out the final corner, he has no penalties to worry about. Nothing on his mind besides the fact that he is now a Grand Prix winner in the NPL. Yeet Boy John, 546, wins the Monaco Grand Prix. And it looks like Elizik can get 2nd place with an incredible blistering lap of 1 minute 9.9 in the race with damage. Incredible lap from Elizik, almost 2 seconds faster than Dervas. It was not. It was faster than real life all the time. Yes, comfortably faster. It was faster than. What? That's a lap record at Monaco, isn't it? Damn. I didn't know the 2025 cars were faster than 2019. That's crazy. In low speed corners at least. They're not as fast as 2020, but they're still really fast. Nah, 1 minute 8. Nah, 1 minute 8.2 or something. Anyway, that was the race. What a race. Incredible race. One of the most intense and chaotic races in NPL in a very long time. That was very much the most hectic race of the season. Cyril Pioneer gets his first driver of the day of the season, and finally gets a really good point score for Sauber here today. Wonderful performance from Cyril here. Despite all the incidents, he kept his nose clean enough to not retire from the race, and that's all that matters, and he gets good points for Sauber. So it is the final race results. Yeet Boy John wins the race, his first career victory for 2nd on the grid. Elizik gets 2nd with the fastest lap and pole position, so he gets 2 extra points, giving him 20 overall. Dervas gets 3rd. Lomas gets 4th. You are now the championship leader. Elizik takes the championship lead for the first time this season. After just 3 races, he is the championship leader. That is very scary. And then Dervas is... No, it'll be more than that because he had the fastest lap and he also had pole. But Lomas then in 4th. Okay, I'll take your word for it. And then Cyril in 5th. Crazy Gruffman gets his best performance of the season in 6th. Dan gets 7th for crashing out. So too does Graham Crackers for 8th place. Saps gets 9th, and then it is Serge Lemon in 10th. There's no more incidents to investigate in my opinion, because that's it. I think all the penalties that there could be would make no difference to the race result, because Yeet Boy wasn't under investigation for anything. Elizik was, but I think that was a racing incident, and Dervas and Lomas were too far away for anything to be made a difference anyway. Cyril was a lap down as well, so that is the final race results. Thank you for tuning in for the Monaco Grand Prix. We'll see you tomorrow for the Belgian Grand Prix. Congrats for your first win, bro.